So I'm still in this Word document. We've added some headings, great. There are a couple of images in it. This first image is actually a grid of each of the 4 beetles. And so the way that I would add alternative text is I would select the image first. I would right-click on my mouse and then choose Edit Alt Text. Now, because I'm in Word, I actually have a couple of options. One option is just to write what I want directly in the text box. So photo showing the faces of each of the beetles, and then you would probably want to name them, right? You want to give the information of, you know, what's happening. Are they like it? And it all looks like that they're up against a crowd or in a crowd or something like that. So you may want to add that type of information. But basically, you want to add enough information that somebody who is blind can understand what that is an image of. Another option that is available in Microsoft Word only, and it's only available in later versions of Word, is generate a description for me. This is a button where Microsoft is trying to be super helpful, and it's going to generate alternative text for you. So let me press this button and see what happens. Generate a description for me. And here's what the technology automatically decided. They decided that this was a group of people posing for a photo. And then they added in the caveat of description automatically generated. Well, that's better than nothing, but frankly, it's still not communicating that we're trying to show a picture of each of the beetles as we're talking about the beetles in this document. So this would likely need some tweaking. The last thing to consider is, and actually this is what we should have done first, is look at an image and decide what is the important information. So in this example, this image is next to the history. It's talking about the members of the group, and then it has like a photo of them in sort of like younger years. If this image were only designed to keep eyes on the screen, this may be considered a decorative image, or an image that is really designed to be like eye candy. So in this context, I think this photo has some merit. It has something to offer, right? So here's where you could write out, you know, the names of each of the beetles. But let's say it was something more decorative in nature, like maybe it was I don't know, maybe it was some kind of like icon of maybe a music guitar. Okay, so let's pretend that we had this guitar image just hanging out as well. Move that around. This guitar image may not actually be adding anything. Maybe it is, but it's probably not in this context. This image is really just designed to make it look prettier, but it's not adding anything for the end user. So for this guitar image, I would actually be okay marketing this as decorative. That would make sense to me. But if you also wanted to write like icon of a guitar, that would also be okay. So I will say, as a general comment, alternative text for images is more of an art than a hard science, because it totally depends upon the context, right? How I would describe this photo of the 4 beetles in a grid format would be different based if I'm in a music class or a history class or even a photography class. What if the purpose of this image is just to show you how you can combine photos in a grid format to create a small collage? Well, then I'd probably want to talk about, you know, okay, there's 4 different images compiled together, 2 on top, 2 on bottom, and the images are all zoomed in on their faces, and they're all tend to be smiling of some variety, right? That's what makes sense for a photography class. But for my music history course, I probably want to know more about the people and what did they play and what was their own significance.